Good morning and welcome to another edition of the Daily Fix. I am your usual host, Advocate Tulu Hoyane. This morning, I would like to look at the decision of the NPA not to prosecute the President, Cyril Ramaphosa, for the Phala Phala issue. The NPA has taken a decision that they will not pursue any criminal proceedings against the President. Now, let us give you some context here. What is involved here? You will recall that the Phala Phala issue revolved around the theft of some money in US dollars from the president's farm. Following that theft, a covert operation was then put in place by the president himself and his head of security, one Rode, or something to that effect. An investigation, a covert investigation, without the involvement of the SAPS, was then undertaken. At whose expense? Your guess is as good as mine. But it might well have been at state expense or at taxpayers' expense. Now, after that, the perpetrators were eventually apprehended and so on. But that is another story. Let's look at the facts more closely. The president had foreign currency in his farm, which was undeclared. The South African Reserve Bank was unaware that he had that foreign currency in US dollars in his possession, and because he had not declared it. And this is an offense because if you are in possession of foreign currency, you are allowed something like 30 days within which to declare that foreign currency. So on that score alone, the president, deserves his fair hearing in court for one thing or another. Another thing that is baffling about the whole thing is under PRECA, if a theft occurs involving more than 25,000 rand, it is supposed to be reported. It's a criminal offense not to report it. This theft was simply not reported to the SAPS. And why would the president not report a theft to the SAPS? No lesser person than the state president. Why would he not report anything to the authorities and and above board investigation is conducted and so on? Now, where does this all lead to? It shows that there is no political will in South Africa to address the question of accountability. It is simply not there. What we are hearing from our leaders is just, they're just paying lip service to it. At a practical level, there is simply just no accountability. And this is eroding the trust of the NPA in the eyes of South Africans. This is a clear-cut case where there ought to be a prosecution. Granted, the NPA has the discretion either to prosecute or not to prosecute. But the facts here are glaring. I mean, there is no way that provincial head in Limpopo who makes this decision, is a dubious decision because it runs against the facts of all, it runs in the face of all the facts that we have at our disposal. Something is not right about Phala Phala. And unless the state president comes out clean on this Phala Phala albatross will simply not just go away. And now let us look at the manner in which the announcement was also made. Something of this magnitude should have been, this have been a press conference by the NPA and the head of the NPA for that matter, Batoi herself, should have held a press conference given the magnitude and significance of this issue to tell South Africans that we have declined to prosecute the president on the basis that there is no evidence or that the president doesn't have a case to answer in court. And having called a press conference, he would then have to face up to media scrutiny, and journalists would have grilled her to just to establish the veracity and the circumstances surrounding the making of that decision. But no such thing was done. We just had a provincial head in Limpopo issuing out a statement that no, the NPA, there are no prospects of success in the matter, and so on and so forth. Is this the South Africa that we want to see? I've always had some trust in the president, but after Phala Phala, my trust in the president has just been shattered. We need a clean government in South Africa. We need accountability. The president has to account for all these issues. It is up to him to clear up his name and restore his integrity in the eyes of the people. We cannot go on like this. Having said this, let me thank you again once more for watching my videos. I am highly impressed by the number of views that are flowing in, and the subscriptions are also coming in and rolling in very well. Thank you very much for watching this video.